Hi guys, as you say the weather is pleasant and looks pretty good. So बाहिर म चाहिँ साइक्लिङ गएको मैला कहाँ गएको गएको है मजाले घुमेर आउँ ल So I try to make a vlog out of it, yeah. आधी बाटो आइपुग्यो. So it's like quite difficult to vlog on the highway because गाडी आएको हुन्छ. So plus I don't have the gear के भन्छ अड्काउने फोन अड्काउने so like एउटा हातले कुदाउँदै एउटा हातले vlog गर्ने is quite difficult but it's a lovely day and enjoying so far. We're going cycling. Maila. Maila कहाँ गएको? साइकल खै यता अगाडि आउनु. Going cycling. Oops. मेरो साथी यहीँ बस्छ हौ यहीँकै हो युके कै हो सँगै काम गर्छ कि हामी Oops. लड्छ होला हौ मैला एक हातले यो बाटो चाहिँ दामी छ I miss my scooter. यो यहीँतिर हो यो बाटो चाहिँ म काम जान्छु काम आउँछु this way. दामी छ बाटो मजा आउँछ यो सामने पार्क पुग्यो सानोमा सिकेको नि हो Yeah. फुटबल खेल्ने पार्क आफै सिकेको नि हो उता सिकेको नि सिक्किममै मेरो स्कुटी थियो नि स्कुटर थियो नि स्कुटर चाहिँ फुटबल खेल्ने पार्क मजा आयो so far enjoying साह्रै to my cream कहाँ गएको Oops. So, अब यहाँ कुदाउनुपर्छ रेसिङ ट्र्याक माइला खै छिटो नै त कहाँ ऊ माथिदेखि लो
छिटो यार मैं यहाँ साइकिल कहिले चोरी दिला नि
लो आउ छिटो मैले आएँ अब ल Look, Ronaldo. Goal. So yeah, guys, I actually completed my first semester out here in London. So I successfully survived 4 months, let's say. So I decided that why not since there are many students coming in next year, maybe January or September or maybe summer intake to London for their studies, so I decided that why not help them through videos, because that's how I learned, you know, that's how I got information about it. So so the first thing that you have to do when you decide to study in London is that either to choose an agent, education consultant or agent or whatever, or like apply it through yourself. Well, in my case, I chose an agent because all these things are like new to me, isn't it? So I didn't want to take any risk, so I chose an agent called Global Reach Agency or education consultant, and I'll just give the link in the description. Like, they're legit. But when you choose an agent, make sure that you choose quite the one who has good reputation, good reviews, and a lot of experience, because it matters to you a lot. So your first step is that you choose a legit agent, or else if you think that you're confident, if you think that you can do it by yourself, then you can go for it, because it doesn't make difference. But yeah, make sure about the stuff, you know. And the second thing is that once you're done with that, the second thing is you need to sort out the unis, because like there's so many unis out here, you know, and you need to sort out the unis prior to their intakes, because some unis have summer intake, some unis have January intake, well, some unis don't. So you compare the uni, which uni you want to go, just compare it with other unis, the plus points, the pros and cons, and then also regarding the tuition fee, because some unis have much higher tuition fees compared to others, so you got to take care of that as well. And once you're done sorting out the unis, well, if you're doing through an agent, well, they give you the list of universities, but it's totally up to you. Because in my case, what happened is that I gave a list of unis to my agent, and I told him that I want to go to this uni because it has much low fees as compared to the unis that you've given me. So yeah, that's how I did it, and it's totally up to you whether you want to go to the unis the agent give you, or the unis that you want to go based on the research that you've done. So yeah, make a good research, thorough. I know it's like head aching, you know, like it's like it eats up your brain so much, because like there are so many unis in London which are good, and but it totally depends upon you. So I suggest you guys to do a thorough research on it, spend more time in it. And once you're done sorting out the unis, the next thing that comes is selecting the course. Choose course which would be like suitable to what you're studying, and choose the course which would be like, which would give you a plus point, because after you graduate it'll be easy for you to get jobs, and which are the courses that are in demand in London right now. So I suggest you to do research in it as well. And also don't choose like that complicated course, because trust me, it will be very hard to focus on your studies, because you've got so much to think about. You gotta manage workload, you gotta manage household chores, you gotta manage like your uni timings and stuff, so many stuff. So plus, if you have that hectic and that complicated and that tough course, be like, well, it depends on each, but I think that personally what I think is that you can't take any like more stress, you know, like you can add on more stress once you're in London. You already have so many stress and so many problems, but like just choose a course which would be like easy for you to study, and then which has more demand as well. Just do a research in it, I suggest you guys. And once you're done selecting the course, the next thing is that apply it here. So apply to like 5 or 6 unis, because each uni has their own timing to respond, you know. Because in my case, I had applied to around 4 universities, and then from the university I'm studying, Ulster, they responded me like 1 month after the applied date, whereas the other university I even applied to Roehampton, and there were 2 more, and they responded to my application for like about after 2 months from the applied date. So you can't take any risk, and just make sure that you apply to as many universities as you can. So once you're done applying to the universities, the university will respond you by sending you a conditional offer letter. So a conditional offer letter is an offer letter wherein like few conditions will be given by the universities which you are to meet. And so like for example, if you haven't given the IELTS, if you have applied without IELTS, they might, in the conditional letter, they might like make one condition that you need you need to have this and this much score in IELTS, or else like the university also, because in my university they give like they have their own English test. If you haven't given IELTS, they have their own English test, so they want you to sit for that test, and if you pass it, then they'll take your application forward. So it depends upon university. So but then I suggest you like give IELTS at first before applying, because it makes your process quite easy. You don't have to sit for like this English test and stuff. So before you sort out unis, or before you do any other thing, just make sure you sit for IELTS, because IELTS is like accepted almost in all the countries, I think, except for. So further, after meeting all the conditions, the uni will send you an unconditional offer letter. What's wrong? Yep, unconditional offer letter, wherein you will be given about the initial deposit that you need to make, and then like everything will be given out, the scholarships you are to receive from the uni, and then they'll make you pay a certain deposit. And once you make the deposit, then comes the precast interview. So in the precast interview, they'll ask you about, it's a normal interview, and if you're lucky enough, they even give the questions, you know, just if you're lucky, because in my case I even got the questions. And then so like, but guys, I want to make sure that you get prepared for this interview, because you've already paid your fees, and you don't want to take risk of failing this interview, because once you fail this interview, I don't know what happens, because I've seen many students failing this interview and then like facing troubles in it, because you can't take risk, right? Because you've already made the payment, and then you can't risk to fail this interview. So yeah, after the payment of fee comes the precast interview, and once you have passed the interview, you get that the university will like take your application and issue you a cast letter, and then the few documents that they will ask you to issue the cast, and then the university will issue the cast letter to you. And then once you've done the cast letter, then the last step remaining is you need to apply for a visa. And so guys, this is all that you need to do, and because this is all that I did you know, because this is all I did. And so I know like, but one thing that I want to tell you guys is that this process can be like very demotivating, or like I don't know what to say. It'll be very hard, very tough, because you need to have a lot of patience, you know. You need to have a lot of patience in you, and you need to be calm as possible. So I suggest you guys that be calm, be cool, everything will be fine. And then and then like I'll try my best to give all the information about how I did these and these, about the documents required. And then I'll wish you guys all the best. And yeah, like just be calm and collected, and just have patience, and just start on your research and do good research on it. So I wish you all the best. Take care.